Known as the People's Princess, Princess Diana was admired around the world for her kindness and charity work. On August 31, 1997, she died in a high-speed car crash inside the Pont de l'Alma tunnel in Paris. Official investigations concluded that reckless driving and the pursuit by paparazzi contributed to the accident. Even today, many people continue to question whether there was more to her tragic death. Australian actor Heath Ledger earned worldwide fame for his incredible performances, especially as the Joker in The Dark Knight. On January 22, 2008, he died at the age of 28 from an accidental overdose caused by a combination of prescription medications. His sudden passing shocked fans just months before his Oscar-winning performance was released. Kobe Bryant was one of the greatest basketball players in NBA history, winning 5 championships with the Los Angeles Lakers. On January 26, 2020, he died in a helicopter crash in California along with his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, and 7 others. His death deeply affected sports fans around the world. Marilyn Monroe was one of Hollywood's most famous actresses and a global beauty icon. On August 4, 1962, she died at the age of 36 from a barbiturate overdose, officially ruled as a probable suicide. Because of her fame and rumored connections with powerful people, her death has been surrounded by speculation for decades, although no evidence has changed the official conclusion. XXXTentacion, whose real name was Yase Dwayne Ricardo Onfroy, was a popular American rapper, singer, and songwriter known for emotional hits like Sad, Jocelyn Flores, and Moonlight. On June 18, 2018, he was shot during a robbery outside a motorcycle dealership in Deerfield Beach, Florida. He was just 20 years old. Despite being rushed to the hospital, he died from multiple gunshot wounds. 4 men were later arrested, convicted, and sentenced for his murder, bringing justice to one of the most shocking tragedies in modern hip-hop. Naya Rivera was an American actress and singer, best known for her role in the TV series Glee. On July 8, 2020, she accidentally drowned while boating with her 4-year-old son. Investigators believe she used her remaining strength to save her son before disappearing beneath the water. Aaliyah was a rising R&B superstar and actress whose career was just beginning to reach new heights. On August 25, 2001, she died in a plane crash shortly after filming a music video in the Bahamas. Anna Nicole Smith was an American model, actress, and television personality. On February 8, 2007, she died at the age of 39 from an accidental overdose caused by a combination of prescription medications. Her sudden death attracted worldwide media attention. Carrie Fisher became a global icon for playing Princess Leia in the Star Wars franchise. On December 27, 2016, she died at the age of 60 after suffering a heart attack during a flight. Medical experts later found several contributing health factors, making her death a tragic loss for millions of fans. Natalie Wood was one of Hollywood's biggest stars during the 1950s and 1960s. She died on November 29, 1981, after drowning during a boating trip off the coast of California. The exact events leading to her death remain uncertain, making it one of Hollywood's longest-running mysteries. Known as the King of Pop, Michael Jackson transformed the music industry with legendary albums like Thriller and Bad. On June 25, 2009, he died at the age of 50 after suffering cardiac arrest caused by acute propofol intoxication. His personal physician, Dr. Conrad Murray, was later convicted of involuntary manslaughter. While conspiracy theories continue to circulate, investigators concluded that improper medical care led to his tragic death. Bruce Lee was a legendary martial artist, actor, and filmmaker who changed action cinema forever. On July 20, 1973, he died at just 32 years old after suffering cerebral edema or swelling of the brain. Doctors believed it was likely caused by a reaction to pain medication combined with other health factors. His sudden death shocked the world and remains one of Hollywood's biggest mysteries. Known as the King of Rock and Roll, Elvis Presley became one of the best-selling music artists in history. On August 16, 1977, he died at the age of 42 after suffering a heart attack at his Graceland home. His declining health and long-term prescription drug use were found to be major contributing factors. Robin Williams was one of the world's most beloved comedians and actors, known for films like Mrs. Doubtfire and Good Will Hunting. On August 11, 2014, he died by suicide at the age of 63. After his death, doctors discovered he had been suffering from Lewy body dementia, a severe brain disease that had not been diagnosed during his lifetime. Kurt Cobain, the lead singer of Nirvana, became the voice of the grunge generation with songs like Smells Like Teen Spirit. On April 5, 1994, he died from a gunshot wound at the age of 27, and his death was officially ruled a suicide. Despite extensive investigations, some fans still question the official findings. Paul Walker was best known for playing Brian O'Connor in the Fast and Furious movies. On November 30, 2013, he died in a high-speed car crash while attending a charity event in California. The sports car lost control and burst into flames, ending the life of the actor at just 40 years old. Chester Bennington was the powerful lead vocalist of Linkin Park, whose music inspired millions around the world. On July 20, 2017, he died by suicide at the age of 41 after struggling with depression and personal challenges. His death raised global awareness about the importance of mental health. Whitney Houston was one of the greatest singers in music history, famous for hits like I Will Always Love You. On February 11, 2012, she died at the age of 48 after accidentally drowning in a hotel bathtub. The medical examiner also reported heart disease and cocaine use as contributing factors in her death. Amy Winehouse was a talented British singer known for her soulful voice and hit album Back to Black. On July 23, 2011, she died at the age of 27 from alcohol poisoning after years of struggling with addiction. Her tragic passing made her one of the most well-known members of the XXXTentacion Club. John Lennon was a founding member of the Beatles and one of the most influential musicians of all time. On December 8, 1980, he was shot and killed outside his apartment building in New York City by Mark David Chapman, a fan who had become obsessed with him. His death shocked the world and remains one of music's greatest tragedies. Known as the crocodile hunter, Steve Irwin inspired millions with his passion for wildlife conservation. On September 4, 2006, he died while filming a documentary after a stingray's barb pierced his chest. It was an extremely rare and tragic accident that stunned fans around the world. Tupac Shakur was one of the greatest and most influential rappers in history. On September 13, 1996, he died at the age of 25 after being shot in a drive-by attack in Las Vegas 6 days earlier. His murder remained unsolved for many years, leading to countless theories and investigations. Christopher Wallace, better known as the Notorious B.I.G., was one of hip-hop's greatest artists. On March 9, 1997, he was shot and killed in a drive-by shooting in Los Angeles at just 24 years old. Despite several investigations, his murder officially remains unsolved. Jimi Hendrix is widely regarded as one of the greatest guitarists in music history. On September 18, 1970, he died at the age of 27 after choking on his own vomit following heavy alcohol consumption and sleeping medication. The official cause of death was heart failure, but because no autopsy was performed, his death has remained the subject of speculation for decades. Brittany Murphy was a talented actress known for films like Clueless and 8 Mile. On December 20, 2009, she died at the age of 32 from pneumonia, anemia, and multiple drug intoxication. Her death became even more mysterious after her husband died under similar circumstances just a few months later. Juice WRLD, whose real name was Jared Higgins, was one of the biggest rising stars in hip-hop, known for hits like Lucid Dreams and All Girls Are the Same. On December 8, 2019, he died at just 21 years old after suffering a seizure at Chicago's Midway Airport. The medical examiner later confirmed that he died from an accidental overdose of oxycodone and codeine. John F. Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States, inspired millions with his leadership and vision. On November 22, 1963, he was assassinated while riding in a motorcade through Dallas, Texas. Although Lee Harvey Oswald was officially identified as the gunman, the assassination remains one of the most debated events in modern history. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, is remembered for leading the country through the Civil War and ending slavery. On April 14, 1865, he was shot by actor John Wilkes Booth while attending a play at Ford's Theater. Lincoln died the following morning, becoming the first U.S. president to be assassinated. Mahatma Gandhi was the leader of India's independence movement and inspired millions with his philosophy of nonviolence. On January 30, 1948, he was assassinated in New Delhi by Nathuram Godse during an evening prayer meeting. His death was a huge loss for India and the world. Benazir Bhutto was the first woman to serve as Prime Minister of Pakistan. On December 27, 2007, she was assassinated during a political rally in Rawalpindi. Her death shocked the nation and remains one of Pakistan's most significant political tragedies. Ayrton Senna was one of the greatest Formula One drivers in history, winning 3 world championships. On May 1, 1994, he died after crashing during the San Marino Grand Prix in Italy. His death led to major improvements in Formula One safety regulations. Grace Kelly was an Academy Award-winning actress who later became Princess of Monaco after marrying Prince Rainier III. On September 14, 1982, she died following a car accident caused by a stroke while driving through the mountains of Monaco. She was 52 years old. Freddie Mercury was the legendary lead singer of Queen, known for his incredible voice and unforgettable stage performances. On November 24, 1991, he died from complications related to AIDS, just one day after publicly revealing he had the disease. His death helped raise worldwide awareness about HIV/AIDS. David Bowie was one of the most creative and influential musicians of all time. On January 10, 2016, he died after a private 18-month battle with liver cancer, just 2 days after releasing his final album, Black Star. His death surprised fans around. George Michael was a Grammy-winning singer and songwriter known for hits like Careless Whisper and Faith. On December 25, 2016, he died at the age of 53. Doctors later confirmed that heart disease and liver disease were the causes of his death. Prince was one of music's most talented performers, famous for songs like Purple Rain and When Doves Cry. On April 21, 2016, he died from an accidental fentanyl overdose at his home in Minnesota. His passing highlighted the growing dangers of opioid addiction. Avicii was a world-famous Swedish DJ and music producer who created global hits like Wake Me Up and Levels. On April 20, 2018, he died by suicide at the age of 28 after struggling with mental health issues and the pressures of fame. His family later shared that he had been searching for peace after years of stress and exhaustion. Sushant Singh Rajput was a talented Bollywood actor known for films like MS Dhoni, The Untold Story and On June 14, 2020, he was found dead at his apartment in Mumbai. Authorities officially ruled his death a suicide, but the case sparked nationwide debates and multiple investigations. Sidhu Moosewala was one of Punjab's most popular singers and rappers, loved for his powerful lyrics and unique style. On May 29, 2022, he was shot and killed by armed attackers in Punjab, India. His murder shocked millions of fans and became one of the country's most high-profile criminal cases. Lata Mangeshkar, known as the Nightingale of India, was one of the greatest playback singers in Indian history. On February 6, 2022, she passed away at the age of 92 due to multiple organ failure following complications from COVID-19. Her voice continues to inspire generations of music lovers. Rishi Kapoor was a legendary Bollywood actor who entertained audiences for over 5 decades. On April 30, 2020, he died at the age of 67 after a 2-year battle with leukemia. His death marked the end of an era in Indian cinema. Irfan Khan was an internationally acclaimed Indian actor known for films like Life of Pi, The Lunchbox, and Jurassic World. On April 29, 2020, he died at the age of 53 due to complications from a rare neuroendocrine tumor. His remarkable performances left a lasting legacy in both Bollywood and Hollywood. Rajiv Gandhi served as the 6th Prime Minister of India and played an important role in modernizing the country. On May 21, 1991, he was assassinated in a suicide bombing during an election campaign in Tamil Nadu. His death remains one of India's most tragic political events. Indira Gandhi was India's first and only female prime minister. On October 31, 1984, she was assassinated by 2 of her own bodyguards at her official residence in New Delhi. Her assassination led to widespread unrest across the country. Diego Maradona was one of the greatest football players of all time and led Argentina to victory in the 1986 FIFA World Cup. On November 25, 2020, he died at the age of 60 after suffering a heart attack while recovering from brain surgery. His passing was mourned by millions across the globe. Pelé was widely regarded as one of the greatest footballers in history, winning 3 FIFA World Cups with Brazil. On December 29, 2022, he died at the age of 82 after a long battle with colon cancer. His incredible career and influence on football made him a global sporting legend. Muhammad Ali was one of the greatest boxers in history, famous for his incredible skill and confidence inside the ring. On June 3, 2016, he died at the age of 74 after suffering septic shock caused by respiratory complications. He had been living with Parkinson's disease for more than 30 years, but his legacy as a sports icon continues to inspire millions. Stan Lee was the legendary writer and creator behind Marvel superheroes like Spider-Man, Iron Man, and the X-Men. On November 12, 2018, he died at the age of 95 from cardiac and respiratory failure. His imagination changed the comic book industry forever and made him one of the most influential creators in entertainment history. Alan Rickman was a beloved British actor best known for playing Professor Severus Snape in the Harry Potter films. On January 14, 2016, he died at the age of 69 after a private battle with pancreatic cancer. Fans around the world mourned the loss of one of cinema's most respected actors. Cameron Boyce was a talented Disney actor known for movies like Descendants and the TV series Jessie. On July 6, 2019, he died unexpectedly at the age of 20 after suffering a seizure caused by epilepsy while he was asleep. His passing brought worldwide attention to epilepsy awareness. Nikola Tesla was one of history's greatest inventors, whose work helped shape the modern world through innovations in electricity and wireless technology. On January 7, 1943, he died alone in a New York City hotel room at the age of 86 due to coronary thrombosis, a type of heart attack. Although he died with little recognition, Today he is remembered as one of the most brilliant scientific minds of all,